If there's a warm glow coming from a house here in Indiana, it's the house of Carson Greene, where he's all excited and just bursting with pride over Jackie Bradley Jr. and the Boston Red Sox. Carson, good morning.
Well, good morning on this wonderful day in Indiana, Pennsylvania.
There you go. I wanted to talk with you today because I know that you are a great family friend of Jackie Bradley Jr., the Red Sox star outfielder who was so big in this series. And for you and for him, it just must be just a tremendously proud moment.
Oh, yes. Jackie is such not only a good ball player, outstanding ball player, but he is such a good person. It's so good to see these great things happen to a young man like Jackie Bradley Jr. We just love him, and when he hit that grand slam, I don't know what I said, but it was an exciting evening.
I can only imagine what you would have said in that moment. But for folks who don't know and didn't hear when you were on talking about Jackie Bradley Jr. previously, explain the relationship.
Yes. Jackie and his family lived right next door to my niece down in Richmond, Virginia, in that area. And Jackie and my niece's son played baseball together, and they were outstanding friends. And Jackie spent many, many nights at my niece's home, and the two of them always had this thing that, hey, one of us is going to make the big leagues, and we're going to be very competitive with each other, so that if one of us do make the big leagues. And it happened. Jackie was the MVP at South Carolina when he was in college. And anyway, Jackie and Matthew Say were just good friends. And Matthew's dad actually helped coach Jackie in baseball in Virginia. But so about four years ago, we received a message from my niece, a call that her son, Matt, had been killed in a car accident. And, of course, she called Jackie and told Jackie that he was gone. And it was a very emotional time. And so the first time we met Jackie was at Matthew's funeral. And I remember Jackie sitting there beside the casket for hours, beside his brother. But he lost one of his best friends. And today, when he goes to bat, before he bats, he always puts Matthew's initials in the dirt. And then a few months after Matt passed away, his grandmother passed away, and he was very close with her. And now he puts his Matt's initials, his grandmother's initials in the dirt before he bats. He is a very well-rounded young man. He is so kind. If you'd meet him, you would just love him because he is just simply a good person, a great mentor. I think you can see that if you watch some of the games. He doesn't get too excited about things, but he's very strong in his Christian faith, and maybe one of these days we'll be able to get him to stop by Indiana.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You might as well do that. You might as well do that. Anytime he happens to be passing through, bring him on up.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. But yeah.
He overcame a ton of obstacles to get to where he is, didn't he?
Yes, he came from a very poor family, and I don't want to get into details, but his family was very poor, and like I say, my niece, her husband, they were with him all the time, and yeah, he had some very difficult times. He never gave up. Another thing I want to mention is when Matt passed away, and his obituary was in the paper, they put in there his brother, Jackie Bradley Jr., and that's how close they were.
Yeah.
And but I did send him an email and congratulate him. And of course, I haven't heard. He's probably getting thousands of emails. But he's just a wonderful guy, and I'm really proud to have this connection. I'm proud to appreciate you giving me a chance to talk about him here in Indiana. But it's sort of an Indiana connection. So I hope all you folks out there who aren't Red Sox fans will become Red Sox fans during the next World Series coming up soon.
Ain't going to happen.
I knew you were going to say
that. It ain't going to happen, Carson. I will say this. If they're playing the Brewers, I'll root for the Red Sox.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But I would like to tell you a little story. A few years ago, I think it's 3 years ago, Boston came to Pittsburgh to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted Jackie and asked him if it be possible to, go down the field and meet some of the ball players and all that. So Jackie came through. we were down the field in Pittsburgh. We were meeting Big Papa and all those folks, and he's just so kind. He had to be very careful because they were taking batting practice, and he couldn't spend all his time talking to us, but he took us around to meet some of the players, and that's the first time in my life I had a chance to do that, and I was really appreciative of him taking time to do that.
Yeah.
But that's the type of guy he is,
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good person.
It's good stuff, and it's good that you have those sorts of connections, and you get those sorts of things. Here's Michael Ryan from Indiana, and he knows a lot of fellows through having coached against them or played with them or whatever it happens to have been, and so you get to follow that. We follow the ex-Pirates, and there are a bunch of them on all of the teams in the playoffs. Imagine if you kept them all in a Pittsburgh uniform, maybe they'd do something. But that never works out that way. But we do know that Jackie Bradley Jr. means a lot to you, and therefore he means a lot to us. Carson, hey, thanks for spending some time with us this morning.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about Jackie. Again, folks, if you watch that game, keep your eye on Jackie Bradley Jr. He's not finished yet. He might hit another grand slam. So,
I think so.
Thank you very much for doing this. Again, hey, let's go Boston. I've got Jackie's hat on right now with his autograph on it. So.
Go Dodgers. Yes, sir. Thanks, Carson.
Go Dodgers. Oh, I caught that. Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
You too, buddy. Bye-bye.
There's Carson Greene here.